Well, good morning, welcome back to the channel. You find me here walking down the Fife Coastal Path, just slightly south of Kirkcaldy. And it's early in the morning, it's about 5:45 or so. The sun, if I turn around, the sun is just starting to rise. You can see it behind me there somewhere. Where is it? That's it over there. Yay. And so yeah, I haven't come to photograph that because it won't be, I don't think, in the won't be visible from the place where I want to take this particular shot. Now, as always, the admin, if you do enjoy the content on this channel, please like, please subscribe, hit the little bell icon, etc, etc. Please comment, tell me what you think of the pictures. Okay, that's out of the way. Let's press on. As I say, we're here to photograph an old tower. I think it's sort of 15th century, something like that, maybe 16th. There's not much of it left. But yeah, onwards. Well, that's us arrived now at the tower. This is it here. It's called Seafield Tower. As I say, I think it's sort of 1500s, something like that, 16th century, there or thereabouts. There's not as much as there was when I was a boy. I used to come here sometimes with my parents back in the 70s when I was just a young nipper, and there was a bit more of it than there is now. But apparently this whole kind of what they call the east wing, I think it was, collapsed into the sea in 2013 during a storm. So we'll try and get some pictures of it before it disappears completely. Yeah, so we do have a problem with this location in that, I don't know if you can see it there, just up kind of there, thereabouts, there are houses. So what we need to try and do obviously is try and find a location where we're getting to see the tower but not see the houses. And I'm thinking probably the best location, the best view for it is probably down on the beach down there. Maybe looking up. What I might try, I doubt I'll get it because I don't think the waves are strong enough, but in the shots from last week along at the pier, I don't know if you recall, but we were down at the beach taking pictures of the pier at Carlingnose Point, which is a few miles down the coast there now. And when I got back to the computer, I was thinking what I should have done, because I was right up close to the rocks, and what I should have done was just kind of got the water pouring over the rocks in the foreground, which would have been nice. But instead, what I had in my mind was the whole kind of misty kind of ethereal kind of water, you know what I mean, with a slightly longer exposure, which is what I got. I got the picture which I intended to get, but you know, going back, I was thinking I could have done that better. So I thought I might have tried that here, but I don't think we've got the waves for it. The sea is relatively calm this morning. I might see what it's like when I get down there. Anyway, that's what we'll do. We'll go and search out, see if we can find a suitable location. The sunrise has gone now. It's disappeared behind clouds. I wasn't expecting to get a sunrise in the first place this morning, to be absolutely honest, because I mean, we've had nothing but rain all week. It's been chucking it down, so I was really expecting quite a lot more clouds this morning. But, you know, I would have liked a clearer sky, would have liked a nice sunrise, but, you know, feeding the YouTube machine, you've got to do this every single week. You've just got to kind of churn out photographs regardless of the weather, so you make the best of what you've got. So, anyway, yes, as I say, press on. I'm going to try and see if I can find a way down to the beach and see if we can get the first composition set up of this tower. found a composition almost straight off, and I want to hurry it up because I'm doing this in real time. Or so I'm doing this in real time, I should say. And we're looking straight down the beach. Let me stick on the movie here so as you can see it, as always. We're looking at, oh, did you look at that? Let me just stick it onto auto ISO so we get a better picture. There we go, right. So we've got the sunrise, which I wasn't expecting. And we've got the tower sitting up here in our rule of thirds. We've got I haven't quite put the horizon on the rule of thirds here because I want to get this line up here as well. Okay, so that's the line of the water hitting the beach. It's not a particularly nice beach, Monkey Beach, but it'll do the job. So yeah, I'm just going to grab the picture as quickly as possible before the sun goes away. So let me just switch that back to ISO 100, and I'm going to turn up. Someone asked me the other week there, why was I using f22, and it was just to get like a sun star. So I've turned that up there. I'm at f22 there. Okay. And I'll switch off that movie now. It's very, very dark, but we should be able to get some kind of a picture. Okay, so I'm there. I'm just going to focus on the tower and grab the shot. 1, 2, 3, click. So that was just a wee bonus shot there. I wasn't expecting to catch much of the sunrise this morning, as I said, but we've got it anyway. So now let's go looking for a shot with a bit more foreground. I'm thinking I would like to get one. You probably can't see from there, but there's rocks in the water here. I don't fancy going paddling, if I'm being absolutely honest. But getting something like that in the foreground might be quite nice. Looking up towards the tower. So I'm all set up for the next shot now. I've got the camera set up, kind of, if I'm standing the way, it's in the water there. But as I said last time around, I'm putting together a calendar. I always put together one for friends and family, kind of exclusive. But I'm thinking this time around about putting it out just to the general public, to put it on sale to you lot out there in YouTube land. So, I took a picture last week of the pier and I said, that'll do the front cover. And it looks all right, but you know, let's try something else. Let's try this tower here. So, to that effect, I've got my camera set up ever so slightly, in the water, looking up towards the tower. Portrait mode, obviously, because that's the front cover of the calendar. And if I switch on my movie here, well, I'm still at f22 from that last shot. Let's turn it down a tad. There we go, f4, ISO, auto. See if we can get anything clear. No, we can't. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, so leaving plenty of space at the top where we're going to get the title, which I think is going to be Scotland 2022, because I'm original in that way. And we've got the rocks kind of filling up the foreground here, these 3 rocks across here. So yeah, that's it. Very, very basic shot. Now I'm thinking if I could just spin that round ever so slightly there. I don't want the castle, or the tower rather, I don't want that smack bang in the centre of the picture, so it's slightly to the left. Hopefully we should be able to get some colour in post. The sunrise has gone and disappeared behind clouds, so it's kind of grey across there. Might be able to get some orange or something later. It. I'm getting wet feet. So let me switch off the movie now. Like that. And I'm going to switch ISO back to ISO 100. And I'm going to go for round about f10, I think, here. Okay, which has given me, it says, half a second worth of exposure. Yeah, as I say, the tower is kind of halfway up the picture with plenty of space in the top because I need to have something there. So it's not your standard kind of rule of thirds that you would normally have. Anyway, I'll focus on the tower, like that. and grab the shot and run away because I'm getting wet feet. Right, so we're all set up now for the third shot, and it's fairly similar to what we had before. If I just stick that movie on there like that, you can see it. We're starting to get enough light. I don't think I need to turn it down to ISO whatever now. ISO auto, actually I'll do that, just try and brighten up a wee bit. I'm getting such wet feet here, it's horrible. Yeah, so similar kind of ideas we had before, except this doesn't have to have all the extra space up the top or anything like that. So we've got the tower sitting here on the rule of thirds. We've got the shoreline as a leading line just running up right around here, pointing towards the tower. Rocks over here at this side. I am starting to get some splashes. I hope that's rain, not seawater. Okay, I'm going to have to rinse the stuff. I rinsed my tripod under the tap when I got home last week. I'm going to have to do it again this week to make sure there's no salt on it, no seawater on it. So anyway, yes, that's the shot. Switch that off. Go back to ISO 100, like that. I shall focus on the tower, like that. Okay, and let's just grab it quick. 1/8 of a second, F10, ISO 100. Click. So I'm all set up for one last shot here, and I'm not looking at the tower this time. I'm looking out to sea, because what we've got here, you can't see it probably on that picture because you're in a 16mm really wide, but out there, if I put this on again, there we go, you can see there's an island out there, down there. That's called Inchkeith. And when I was growing up, I lived just, well, my grandparents lived along the coastline there, right on the seafront at Kinghorn. And you can see that island, and when I stayed at night, the lighthouse would flash. And it was absolutely gorgeous. So for old time's sake, I'm getting a shot of Inchkeith with these rocks kind of in the foreground here. They were kind of illuminated earlier on. My goodness, let me just swing that round. I'll have to set this up again, but I've never seen this before. See out there? There's a seal just looking at me. There's a thing, I wasn't expecting that. Huh. Right, let me swing that back round again. Where's my shot? It's about there or thereabouts. I'll probably crop this in. I've just got the 70mm lens on here rather than that other the longer lens I've got. I do have it in the bag, but I don't like that lens. You know, my long 200mm lens, it's not as sharp as I would like it to be. Sorry, I'm distracted by the seal out here now. Anyway, so yeah, let me just grab this shot. Yeah, as I say, I've got the island. I'm sitting here on the rule of thirds with the island sitting right there. I've got the rocks on the other rule of thirds. A whole lot of nothing in the foreground here, but that's going to get cropped out, as I say. So let's just grab. Oh no, I won't. I'm going to switch off the movie first. Okay, so I'm sitting at ISO 100. I'm at F10, which is giving me 1/8 of a second. Okay, I'm going to focus on the rocks. Okay, so they're nice and sharp. And oh, there we go, we're getting the sun just peeking through, illuminating the rocks. So I'll just grab the shot while I can. 1, 2, 3. Click. So that's me. I'm going to call it a morning at that. I'm going to wrap up with that. It's starting to dull over. I think it might rain soon as well. And I think I've probably exhausted the possibilities of this beach. There's it's quite a manky beach, if I'm being absolutely honest with you. Fairly manky, fairly messy. There's a lot of crap lying around. There's kind of beer cans and just, you know, mess, unpleasantness. There's all this seaweed as well, which doesn't look nice, but that's good for the environment. So I'm prepared to let the beach off with that. But, you know, rubbish, nah, people don't need to leave that. So anyway, yeah, that's my whinge for the morning. Aye, if you've enjoyed the content today, please let me know. Please say so in the comments down below. It takes no time at all. Doesn't cost you anything. Absolutely free. So, yeah, leave some comments. Give us a like. Give us a wee subscribe. Hit that little bell icon down the corner there. I would be very, very grateful. Let's try and get those viewing figures going up. It is starting to rain, yeah. So, let's get these viewing figures going up. I'd really like to see that. Anyway, yeah, so let's call it a morning at that. Let me know. Let me know. Do you think that's a good picture for the calendar? Do you think I should put the calendar on sale to the general public? Okay, right. Answers in the comments below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Cheers.